Hello, welcome to an introductory video of Shadow Era, a trading card game produced by Woven Game Studios. After you first create your account, you will then be presented with a selection of 10 different heroes. They will be divided into 5 different classifications: Warrior, Hunter, Mage, Priest, and Rogue. For today's demonstration, let's take a look at, how about a Mage? Alright, we'll go with Frostmire. That's a cool ability. Alright, now we'll select our username, which will be how we are identified in-game. Now let's take a look at our deck. So your starting deck is comprised of your hero and 39 other cards. Shadow Era has no maximum deck limit. However, you are limited to 4 copies of each card, along with a minimum deck list of 40 cards. Now, the really cool thing about Shadow Era is you have 2 different currencies. You have Shadow Crystals, which are used to buy booster packs and starter decks, and then you also have gold, which can be spent on any card in the game. All right. So let's take a look and see what all we have. Ooh, Fireball. It's an amazing, it's a very powerful mage card. All right, let's tell you what, let's go. And with some of our starting gold, go buy 2 more copies. So that'll set us back 300 gold. All right. Is there anything else we want? We already have 2 Tome of Knowledge, which is powerful because it is a draw engine, which means I can spend 2 resources and draw a card. All right, let's go back at our fireballs. Tell you what, let's take out Cover Night. And, ooh, how about we take out Campfire Stories? It's not exactly the best card. All right, so we'll save it. And let's go to the world. So your first match will be against a nice AI opponent. So in the world, you can play against Shadow Era's AI decks. All right, so first thing starts. Your turn starts, you draw a card. After that, there's a phase called the Sacrifice phase, which allows you to place 1 card in your hand face down on your resource pile. And it turns into a resource for you, which is used to cast cards. So that card, Blake, costs 2 resources. So it means 2 turns have to go by in order for you to cast it. All right, so let's select another card to sacrifice. All right, we'll sacrifice that card and play, ooh, we'll play you. As a 2/3, that's a very powerful drop for 2 resources. It's very strong. Now, if you notice, there's a number in the lower left-hand corner of my hero. Now, that number is my shadow energy. Shadow energy is gained at the beginning of your turn every turn. Now, you can use that for some abilities, such as each hero's ability, or you can use that shadow energy as part of another card effect. There are support abilities, weapons, and armor that use shadow energy to create another effect. Now, something that is very cool about Shadow Era that differs from other trading card games is the fact that damage is persistent, meaning when my creature attacked and destroyed my opponent's creature, the 2 damage that it dealt to my creature in return stays. So that's why my ally has 1 health. So at this point, we're simply attacking the opponent's hero because we have completely wiped out their board. So we have board control, which allows us to do a lot more and move freer. All right. You also, during each sacrifice phase, do not have to sacrifice a card. So as I did there, I chose not to sacrifice a card because I had no cards in hand that cost 5 resources. So it made no sense for me to lose a card that would not benefit me in some way. Again, we have very solid and strong board presence, so it's just simply attacking the opponent's hero. All right, he apparently has nothing. And again, there's no need to sacrifice. The general rule of thumb when sacrificing to create resources is to sacrifice until you have 5 resources. So for the first 5 turns of the game. Well, look at that. Looks like we won our very first game. Congratulations. I hope this guide's been helpful to you, and we'll see you again.